Hey guys, it's Old Man G here back again with another Manchester United news show where we basically react to the latest news, transfer news regarding Manchester United Football Club as a whole. If you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, United X. Smash that notification button for latest United news. Consider looking on us as Twitch as well. And yeah, become part of the ever-loving community and maybe consider becoming a member as well. Click the join button on the top of the channel page. But anyway, let us get into news, guys, because there's a lot of news to digest, a lot of stuff to go through. I haven't really been releasing a lot of transfer videos recently. So just because, to be honest, we're Personal Terms FC. Personal Terms FC, that's what Manchester United are, Personal Terms FC. And it's just been a bit tiring just repeatedly sort of putting out the sort of we're near negotiations. Even the Alexi Telles thing where it was breaking, we're going to sign him. We haven't signed him yet. Personal terms, maybe. It's a bit all over. So I'm only really reacting to things in bulk, or when things are immediately breaking, or when things come from tier one sources like Fabrizio Romano, for example. But there is some breaking news, guys. There is some really big breaking news, and that is regarding Jadon Sancho. So, and before I get to the stuff in the comments, I'll just quickly show Jadon Sancho transfer bid has actually been rejected. And this is coming actually from Sky Sports. And I know Transfer Tom has been in the comments with further information. But as you can see here, Jadon Sancho's Manchester United 91.3 million bid rejected by Borussia Dortmund. Manchester United have had a bid for Jadon Sancho of up to 91.3 million. So it's essentially 100 million euros rejected by Borussia Dortmund. The offer was for an initial 73 million, rising to up to 91.3 million, which fell short of Dortmund's 108 million valuation. Sancho has not flown the rest of the Dortmund squad for the German Super Cup due to respiratory infection, although he tested negative for COVID-19. So a lot of people are saying, oh, he's not flying, he's not going to be involved. Does this mean that a transfer, is on its way? Moving on, early on Tuesday, Dortmund captain Marco was told in Sky in German that Sancho is staying for one more year. A bid was expected on the Premier League club this week, but all of the noise coming from Dortmund suggests that Sancho is staying in Germany. United have not given up on trying to sign the 20-year-old despite missing the August 10th deadline for Dortmund. Despite Dortmund hierarchy on several occasions, both before and after deadline, that if it was not met, Sancho would remain with the club. Rumors have continued over United submitting a bid before the transfer window closed on October the 5th. They then talk about United making breakthrough negotiations with Sancho's representatives, personal terms, etc. And it is what it is. So that's all the Sancho. So essentially, in summary, a 91.3 million bid for Jadon Sancho has been rejected by Dortmund. However, what I find interesting, and shout out to Raymond Moore, hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Same to Footy Live and Naveen. Thank you guys for watching. I'm getting to your comments in a second. What I find very interesting, what I find very fascinating about this whole thing is that Dortmund's valuation of Jadon Sancho is 108 million, and Manchester United submits a bid for 100 million. So, 72 million. Sorry, this euro obviously, but 72 million with additional structured payments. So a part of me is thinking, guys, you could easily, there's not that much difference, and I expect, and Footy Live even says this, he actually says Sancho bid confirmed. United have tested the waters of Dortmund. United will make a second bid from 100%. And this is the thing, 100 million euro bid is not that far off 108 million. So to be honest, even though I was quite pessimistic about us getting Jadon Sancho, and to a certain extent I still am, the fact that United actually submitted a 100 million bid, I'll bet 72 million with the 20 additional installments, means that, let's be real, United are probably going to submit a 108 million bid and therefore meet the valuation of Jadon Sancho. The question is, it's not whether United are going to submit a 108 million bid, which will meet Dortmund's valuation. The question is whether United will, whether Dortmund will accept a structured payment for Jadon Sancho, i.e., let's maybe 80 million up front and then another 25, get my maths right, 30 million later, that type of thing. I don't know whether they'll accept that or not. My impression is that Dortmund want cash in hand. They want cash up front. That's what they want. But who knows? I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Right now, I was very pessimistic before. Right now, I'm probably about 60-40. We're not going to get him, as opposed to 80-20, because I didn't expect this sort of big of a bid from Manchester United. So the fact that it's so close to the valuation means that, I anticipate that Manchester United will make a bid for Jadon Sancho to meet Dortmund's valuation, because Dortmund aren't going to sell Jadon Sancho if they don't meet their valuation. The question is whether they'll accept a structured payment. I'm not entirely sure yet. Raymond Moore, I'm highly excited for Telles. United have at least 9 times, so we do have the money. I'm excited for Telles as well. That's also on the personal terms thing. We don't want to pay 18 million. So we're saying 12 or something like that. We're going to talk about Telles in a second anyway. But I agree with you. This bargain game is going to succeed if we end up paying the full price in the end. I mean, that is what Manchester United do. That's the thing. This is for some reason how we negotiate. If we can get a few million off, why not? Work with Bruno Fernandes, it didn't work with Harry Maguire. So this is the thing with Manchester United, is that we are, bargain, FC, as it were. And even if we can get 2 million off the Jadon Sancho deal, that's 2 million that could go in the Glazers' pockets. It's as simple as that. Just a few good comments. I feel like Ousmane Dembele rumors are smoke, so he wants to stay at Barca. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know why the Ousmane Dembele to Manchester United rumors aren't basically dying off. I see some people still posting some videos about it. I mean, at the end of the day, Fabrizio Romano basically said that it was bogus, and Ousmane Dembele has come and said he confirms that he wants to stay at Barcelona Football Club. So there's nothing in the Ousmane Dembele to United rooms at all. I just don't understand why. I think because James Cooper, who's been quite off this whole transfer window, I think he who's supposed to be reliable, said, "Oh, United are in talks. Ousmane looking at other alternatives. Ousmane Dembele might be an option." But James Cooper, who's I would argue is an insider for Manchester United Football Club, has been quite off in his reliability this transfer window. So no, Ousmane Dembele is not coming to Manchester United, and nor is he looked at as a second option. I think if there's going to be a second option, it's most likely going to be someone like Sarr, and not Ousmane Dembele. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Going back to Naveen. As per United report, but obviously Sky and so on, Dortmund have rejected the bid, and then Sancho left out of Borussia's squad from Super Cup final due to some respiratory infection for him. Hopefully he'll recover. I hope he will recover as soon as well. And yeah, we already talked about the Dembele news that, like I said, Naveen, he's probably not. He's probably not coming to Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United were even in for Ousmane Dembele, to be honest. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. So yeah, guys. I think with Jadon Sancho, it is literally going to be a question of watch this space. Watch this space, watch this space, watch this space, because anything can happen. And with the transfer deadline, I think it's the 5th of October, so we've got a good week away now to get a deal of some sort. The fact that United have put in a bid that's close enough to what the valuation for Sancho is actually quite a positive sign. So I guess we'll see what happens. Right. So moving on from Jadon Sancho, some other interesting news before we get on to Telles, because I haven't really talked about Telles yet. Edison Cavani to Manchester United. Edison Cavani to Manchester United. And it's actually, and the thing is, initially I was going to be like, nah, this is nonsense. This is just stupid. This is stupid. I'm going to ignore Edison Cavani. I'm spelling this thingy wrong. Oh, it's Edinson. It's Edinson. There we go. Edinson. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, this is nonsense that, that they're not even that, come on, Edison Cavani United won't be looking at it. It's just. But the person who's saying it is actually Di Marzio, who is, before obviously Fabrizio came, was the Don when it comes to transfers. So Di Marzio, he's not been as active this transfer window, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this guy is actually quite good when it comes to transfers. Kobe, Tellers update. We're coming to Tellers, Chief. But Di Marzio basically said that, well, here's the article here from the Metro. Manchester United are hoping to sign a striker for the upcoming transfer deadline. Obviously, we have Ighalo, but either Ollie's not using him, or more importantly, Ighalo is going to be leaving or going back to China in January. So we do need another striker. And they're hoping, and we've apparently held talks with free agent Edison Cavani and also monitoring Real Madrid's Luka Jovic. Cavani is currently without a club after he left PSG at the end of last season, and represents as an appealing option given the lack of transfer fee. So another transfer fee, and he doesn't have a club. Whether that's good or not, I don't know, because at the end of the day, I don't know. I know for a lot of people that are slating on Ighalo, etc. And Cavani is obviously a better player than Ighalo. But the only thing I would say is that he's not been without a club for a while. There's no chance at all that he's going to be match fit. So I don't know whether this is a good idea, because if people's issue with Ighalo is his lack of match fitness and his sluggishness, Cavani is definitely not going to be another alternative. But I do agree that United really need to get another striker, because we're going to be out of Ighalo and we need the depth. The Premier League giants open talks both with Cavani's representative at Real Madrid as they look to land a striker for the transfer. We never get anyone from Real Madrid, so I don't expect us getting Jovic. It's the simple answer to people's question. We're not going to be getting Jovic because we're not successful with transfer Real Madrid. Anytime we link with someone like Reguilon, a good example, gone to Spurs. It just doesn't work. Real Madrid have sold Bale back to Spurs, and they've given him Reguilon. There you go. United have been using Anthony Martial in a number 9 role of Ighalo, trying to back up and so on. And signing striker would allow Martial to potentially move out wide and rotate with Mason Greenwood. And they talk about how ultra experiences. But Edison Cavani is 33, so he is quite old. I think he's actually older than Ighalo. As far as I'm aware, he is older than Ighalo. He was linked with a move for Atletico Madrid, but then obviously Luis Suarez was signed, and obviously did what he did. And it is what it is, So I don't know what you guys think, whether you would take Edison Cavani at Manchester United. I have reservations, just simply because I just don't think that. I think that with him being out without a club for a while, I just don't think his match fitness is going to be good at a time when we need people to be match fit and to come in and do a job. In that sense, Jovic is probably better because at least he's been playing. The only thing I would say with Jovic is I anticipate that Madrid would probably want to sell him. If we can loan him for a bit, that's fine. But again, we struggle to do deals with Real Madrid, and they're not really helpful for us, to be quite frank. But at the end of the day, he'll be free. There will be no transfer fee. If his wages aren't ridiculous, if he's able to say, right, okay, I'll play for Manchester United for, 100K a week or some such, then I think he's a good option. He's a reasonable good option. And as Raymond Moore says, we need that backup striker in case Ighalo goes in January. I mean, Ighalo is probably going to go in January. I've got no doubt about that. He's going to go. And there was always going to be this issue that if we didn't sign a backup, if we didn't sign a Ighalo for the full season, we'd have this issue where we need to fill in a striker and into that role. And, at the end of the day, it just goes to show you how important getting Erling Haaland was, So it is what it is. So I think this is one of those interesting ones to just watch this space. And like I said, I normally would have taken this seriously. But because Di Marzio, and obviously I'll show you the Di Marzio's Twitter actually, so just that I'm believed, because Di Marzio is reliable. As you can see here, Manchester United looking at a new striker, talks ongoing with Edison Cavani official and at Madrid for Jovic loan. Di So he is a reliable source, and that's why I'm covering it, because Di is reliable. So we'll just have to watch this space, and see what happens. Right, getting on to Tellers. Tellers. By the way, get your questions in. Get your questions, guys. Let me know your thoughts about whether United are going to sign anyone, if they're going to sign anyone. And here's about Tellers. Before I just read the article, just a few of your comments. Pretty live. Tellers deal is close. 5 million difference to fee, then he will join. Yeah, exactly. United are holding out for dough. Vardy's the same age as Cavani. Age is nothing if you really take care of yourself like Ronaldo. That is true. That is absolutely true. I absolutely agree with that. It's not so much the fact that I don't think Cavani can do a job. It's that he's been out of contract for quite some time. I think presumably it must have been since May, June. So he hasn't really been playing any football. So his fitness levels are not going to necessarily be high. But this is, I think, the big reason why I don't think Cavani will join, even though it would be good. It would be a good option to have. Is what Phil said, which is they are really true, but it's not like to happen due to his salary, and that's the thing. I don't think that Manchester United are prepared to pay. We've been with Alexis Sanchez before, and I just don't think Manchester United are prepared to pay, 200, 300, 200 to 300 million potentially K a week for a 33-year-old striker. I just don't think that's going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Right. So moving on, Alex Tellers to United, deal done. Just quickly going for the view. So I haven't really. I'm waiting to post my deal done Alex Tellers to Manchester United video soon. However, what I'm sorry about this. I just want us to actually at least put in a bid that has actually been accepted before I post the video, because we are Personal Terms FC and we are the type of club that will haggle over a few million in quid. That is just, it just is what it is. It just, ooh. Sorry, can you hear me? I think you can't, my camera's, something's wrong with my camera. 2 seconds. Stop the share screen. Sorry, 2 seconds, everybody. I'm not sure what's wrong with my camera, but I think you guys can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? I've been having technical issues with my laptop and thingy for a while. Let's just quickly. Right. Okay. Yeah, you can hear me, but for some reason my camera is literally just gone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. All right. Well, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. For some reason my camera is just completely gone. So you can see a black screen, but you can see, so it's just going to be audio from now. Thank you, guys. You can hear me. Shout out to Rich Sports and Raymond Moore and Footy Live. Thank you for guys who are still with me. Appreciate that. I really don't know what's gone on, what's happened to my camera. It's just decided to just be stupid. So we'll just have to just crack on. Black screen, but I'm here and you can hear me. So let's go. That's not the article that I want to. Right. Sorry, guys. Right. Okay. back to Alexi Telles. Here we go. Okay, back on point. Back on point. Porto obviously won 18 million for Telles, who's got 1 year left in his contract and could be signed without being a pre-contract in January. And I think this for me is one of the big reasons. Just use audio. This is a quick. Getting the belly is the worst. I agree, Naveen. Just use audio like old times. Exactly, Raymond. Raymond Moore was around when I was just using audio and just chilling, and I wasn't on camera or anything like that. So yeah, we're going back to just good old fashioned, just audio. You guys can hear me. Let's just do that. So yeah. So Porto obviously won 18 million for Alexi Telles. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He could be signed without a pre-contract in January. So so in this sense, this is why United arguably are and obviously personal terms have been agreed with Alexi Telles, but this is arguably why Manchester United are in the hot seat, and why I believe that Manchester United will get this deal, because at the end of the day, they have, no one else is in for Alex Telles. If Porto don't sell Telles now, he'll basically go for free in a pre-contract agreement in January. So effectively, United can say to Porto, listen, we're interested in your left back. You can either take 12 million or 30 million, or we'll just sign for free in January. So even though I know that Porto are holding out, I do think that Manchester United, unlike in the Dortmund situation, are in a lot stronger situation and position. And therefore, I just think that he's going to be a Manchester United player. Unless Porto are incredibly stubborn that they're happy for a player to leave for free. I expect an Alex Telles to United deal done by Fabrizio Romano at least sometime this week, if not early next week. Those are my thoughts anyway. But let me know what you think. Do you think that Alex Telles is a good alternative? Do you think that we need a left back? Obviously, the fact that we've got like Luke Shaw, we've got Brandon Williams. Personally, I do think that we need backup in that area. And as solid, relatively, as Shaw is, it'd be good for him to have some good competition, and for Brandon Williams to maybe go on loan, or to get a bit more experience. Because I think he can do well. It's just that he struggles a bit. Naveen says, I would prefer Ocampos or SARS or Shorts to Sancho rather than Barca flop Dembele. Yep, I would agree with that as well. Naveen, I would just nip the Dembele thing in the bud, to be honest. So I would just nip it completely. It's not happening. It's fake news. Dembele has already said he's staying at Barcelona, and Fabrizio Romano has already said it's not. So just ignore the Dembele stuff. It's not happening. It's an option, but it's not happening. And Rich says we do need a left back, and thanks for watching, Rich. I appreciate it. So lastly, before we round things up, Andres Pereira to Lazio. Now you can see the black screen again. Andres Pereira to Lazio. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano yesterday, and I didn't really have time to react to this yesterday, but Fabrizio Romano basically said along the lines of Andres Pereira to Lazio, here we go, total agreement reached on a loan with option to buy 27 million, salary will be shared, medicals this week. So it pretty much confirms that Andres Pereira, who's basically been a bit part player around Manchester United for quite some time, is on his way to Lazio. And Fully Live does say, I've been saying big news. You did Fully Live. You did. Thank you very much, Tom. And I'm going to get you on the show at some point. Maybe not today because I'm a bit busy, but I will get you on hopefully sometime for the podcast to give us an update. Actually, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments about Andres Pereira leaving. I mean, I don't think that Andres Pereira is going to get any additional opportunity at Manchester United anyway. I do think that. And for those who are watching, by the way, apologies. Camera has just gone out for some strange reason, so I'll have to fix that. Actually, I could have got my portable one, wherever it is. Anyway, Where's that portable one that's around? Anyway, it's fine. It's okay. I'll figure out. I'll sort out for next time. But yeah. I don't know what you guys think about Andres Pereira going to Manchester United. Sorry, going to Lazio. Personally, like I said, I don't think he's going to be getting enough game time. At Manchester United, especially with Van der Beek coming in as additional midfielder. He's not a right winger either. He just hasn't really lived up to what we thought he was going to. And I just think that if he actually goes to Lazio, it's on a loan. Maybe he can get more experience, develop himself, and hopefully, Lazio buys. There's more money in the bank for Manchester United, because at the end of the day, let's be real, he's quite service to requirements at this moment in time. And I just think that with us buying Van der Beek, was there really going to be any space for Andres Pereira in the squad? I don't think so. I don't think so, unfortunately. I don't think so. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for my sort of general Manchester United news update. Thanks everyone those watching. Apologies again for this camera outage from my. I'm gonna have to fix something out. I don't know what happened. But if you're new to the channel, and sorry, before I go, Raymond Moore says Pereira needs to revive his career. This is a great move for him. Exactly. It seems that a lot of Italian players they feel that the best way to revive their career is actually to go to Italy. Lukaku, obviously, Eriksen, Ashley Young, and so on, even Chris Smalling, and so on. So Italy seems to be the prime place to be. So I've got no doubt that hopefully he can make this a good move for him. And if Italian players want to take up players, then fair enough. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate your ongoing support. We'll hopefully have more content. We're doing a Spurs preview versus United with at Spursy podcast. Hopefully towards the end of the week, as well as covering the Spurs game. I don't think I'll be covering the Brighton Carabao Cup game, unfortunately, guys. I'm just too busy. But we'll see how things go. Have a nice day, everyone.